Entertainment's MJ here with weekly Dama news, your weekly roundup of what has been happening within the Kendama community, this Dama sphere that we all love and can't get enough of. Just keeping on running on that track, running on that ball to stay on top of it. So we're going to be going through some of the posts that I've found interesting to talk about here on Instagram. I think there's a few points that we can jump over to YouTube as well, so everyone can get a full screen experience, full horizontal screen experience the way it was meant to be. No more of this vertical stuff, but hey, thanks for joining me right now. We're going to jump right into it for this week, and we're going to start off with some Euro news, okay? So as we've all known from the past few weeks that's been continuing after the EKC has happened, there's a lot of things that have been popping off over in the EU. And more it feels like this year is the year of Europe. It's like the year that everything's getting hot and bothered in a good way over in Europe. In many different countries, people are doing a lot of great things, and there's a lot more eyes on what the Kendama scene is like over in Europe. It's one that has been always talked about, especially on Handturners, me and Rod, especially, Rod's been over there so many times. Seems like almost every chance he gets his ass over there. So he has a lot of experience, connection with a lot of the Euro homies, and knows what that vibe is like. And we've luckily, thanks to Sweet's Kendamas and through the Twitch, we were able to be a part of that and have an experience of that for the EKC that happened. And we saw how things were just elevated above what we could imagine. All right. So of course, you can check out, if you're still following EKC, you should still be, don't worry that it's a year from now, because they're still active, and they had a little post that went up on their stories asking about some, feedback of how the event was, either in person or online. So it's really cool to go back and see everyone's 2 cents that they had about the event, and just solidify again what this Euro scene is all about and what they can grow to become. If you're joining me right now here, Weekly Dama News, always getting some Q&As going at the end of our sesh. So if you would like to ask me a question of any kind, use that little question tool down there, and you can ask me for this live stream. And hey, if you're listening to this playback on the podcast or watching on YouTube, try to be a part of the live stream so you can get interactive and ask one of these questions. All right, so EU, right? A lot of stuff's been happening. So let's cover the points that I've picked up. So one massive one was announced. Oh, there's so many things that were announced. Oh, actually, let me start with some of the things that I forgot about announcing in the last week's episode, okay? Last week, some of the announcements that I missed was a massive one with GT picking up 3 French Euro homies. I only know, I remember Oscar from Kendama, France. Okay. He was a pro there, had an amazing, really good design that he self-designed. Awesome tribute to the Ozora leaf green colorway. Lode and Mies coming up to become a part of GT Europe. So it's like GT is getting bigger. I always, saw them, and maybe you too, as, of course, a smaller brand with a big impact. But they also had a rough, fairly smaller team. There's a few players here and there that aren't so active, but it's cool to see more people in Europe. And we think about, Tio, when Tio was brought onto the team, he was probably the first one in Europe, if I remember correctly, to get a spot on GT. All his hard work has paid off. He is officially pro, and I'm sure he had a hand in picking up these 3 dudes. So awesome to see the community grow in that way. And I'm sorry that I missed this one, because the Ken looks amazing. It's such a cool idea to release a Kendama specifically made just for this announcement and this little celebration of these 3 Euro homies who are a part of the GT crew now. Congrats on the spots, and awesome to see, because they are all shredders. They each have their own individual, I think 2 to 3 minute edit over on YouTube. So go there, show YouTube some love, show everyone who's putting in the time and work to make a nice edit horizontal on YouTube. If you can tell, I'm a big YouTube fan. And leave comments, likes, subscribe to all that shit. And it's really cool to see if you've been following, the Ken Garden himself, Mr. Jay Queens, MC Kendama Professional. He mentioned in his stories that he edited Oscar's video, and then Oscar edited Lode and Mead's videos. So go check it out. See the different vibe. You can definitely tell by of course, like the filming was all done over there. Jake just edited it, but you can tell, you get, there's a lot of solar flares in Jake's, and that heralds back to his Kusa days. And the music choice is really different. If you hear Oscar's music choice, I'm actually more particular to that, and it really, really dug it. So amazing, amazing players. Mies and Lode, like I was like, are these two twins? They look so similar. I got the long hair, Sans beard over here, but their play style is completely different. But it's so cool to see them always. It seems like they're a close-knit crew, and that's what, like, Kendama, we all strive for. And if you are lucky to have a crew around you who you can enjoy playing with, take advantage of the motivation that you can give each other, and how you guys can, everyone, guys, gals, can level up and help each other level up, understand tricks and all that shit. It's such a great part of the community to have people. And if you are someone who does not have that, don't worry. We got the internet. We can connect here. All right. Any questions? Again, Q&A. Hey, I can do that shit. I can help you out. Maybe. But don't worry, because we all have a lot of great places to connect, either offline at these events, big ones, or here online. All right. So GT, Euro. See, this is why I'm saying at the beginning, Europe is really making, this is going to be the year of Europe. Okay. Second one that I missed from an announcement that I missed from the EKC was Ole Bull. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his last name. Ole from Germany, sponsored pro player for Kendama Israel ISR, and he has a new pro mod. What is it focusing on? Maybe you didn't know why people are all calling him the Doc mod, why he's Dr. Ole, because he is an actual doctor. I think in his edit, he's specifically mentioning like exactly how much time he has left until he can call himself an official doctor, but it's pretty ridiculous. The amount of stuff that he's doing, it's not just like, because who knows? Like, I didn't even know, like, when I was growing up, like, what's a scientist? I don't know. What's a doctor? Like, I guess, like, this a surgeon doctor, or like, I don't know, like, pediatrician. I know those kind of doctors. But what Ole's doing, it seems like it's a high level above all that stuff. I'm not sure exactly, but that's the feeling, the vibes that I get from Ole. So he's got a new mod out, and it's really funny because, it's interesting. It really has a great connection because it's all design patterns of this science world that he is involved in. Beakers, bubbles, different types of like graphs. I don't know, what is it, like elements, like names in there and stuff. So for any Bill Nye fan out there who also loves Kendama, this might be a good pickup, as well as, of course, support the homie. Ole's been in it for a long time and has been to Japan. I don't think I met him when he came to Japan, but I know he's been in it for a while. If you've followed Norix World, his vlog that he did years ago, there was a stint where he went into Europe and he hung out with Ole for a while. So there you can see what Ole is like in a more of a personal sense of who he is. So that's another one that I missed. Again, another point, another tally for why 2023 is the year of Euro, homies. The next one that I missed was Timothy, another ex-Kendama France pro, France Kendama, what was it called? Kendama France Kendama? That whole, I guess, company, brand has finished from, I think, what was it, early this year? They had pro mods, Timothy and Oscar had pro mods there. And very unique shape. If you had lucky enough to grab one, had a chance to grab one, I'm all over the place, then it's a very interesting shape, very sharp ring stall area. Heralds back for me to like the Ionetter mod, his shape that he had for GT back in the day. But Timothy is now on the Origins. So great to see good Kendama players. Of course, everyone, it's good Kendama players, but to see these people who had the stamp of pro on their name, and then if they're in a company that fizzles out, and then somebody else sees somebody who is there, who can provide for their team in some way, who can push their brand in different areas, then it's awesome to see them get picked up. So awesome. Oscar went to GT, and Timothy went over to the Origins. If you guys don't know Timothy, go follow him. Dude's been on, known for his laughs, known for his stalls, known for being on, I don't know, France's Got Talent, playing Kendama, and stalls. This is where it goes. Like, go over, check out. I think there's a ridiculous around turn bridge he did recently, Ton Bridge, where he was whirlwind birding instead of earth turns. Penguin guy, yes. You can also call him Penguin guy. Amazing player. So he is now a part of the Origins. Another tally for why this is the year of Europe. Here's one that was announced at the EKC. I made a quick post about it just a few days ago. Kendama Handturners Collective. Did you guys see this? You guys know about this? I think there's a good amount of people who have their eyes on it. It's really, really cool stuff. A really good idea to have this collective of different hand turners around the world. So most of them, out of the 4 of them are in Europe. You got AKA Kendama, you got hand playing Kendama, you got PK perspective Kendama, and you have Shard. Like, what is this? And there's an S and I think there's an R in there. Shard Kendama is another one. And then coming over to North America, Quad Kendama is a part of it as well. So those 5 brands have came together to do a collective. Now, I'm not so positive on who is running the show, okay? They officially had started, they opened up a raffle that ended last Saturday on the 10th. And then they said that they were going to pick the winner on the 11th, but actually they were surprised at the great support that came through, and actually it's a lot more than they anticipated, so they need more time. So I think they mentioned another week so they can do all the tallies and see exactly how many tickets each person should have before they spin the wheel and pick out the winners of each of these kendamas. Now, it's really interesting how they did this. If you guys didn't get a ticket, but what they did was, out of the 5, and to top it off, like, they have the Origins Tamas, painted Tamas on there. It's really dope. For each of the 5 models, you could choose what tickets you want for which model. So, example, like, if you didn't really care for one of the mods because you didn't like the way it looked, or maybe you already have it, one of those brands shapes, and you don't have another one, you could just spend money to buy tickets for one single Kendama brand. Or you can, spend tickets evenly amongst and just get a chance to get all of them, or you could just spend all of the money that you had planned to get tickets for just for like one brand, and just like focus in and hopefully you can get picked for that winner. So that's a really different thing. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it's like, okay, just buy a ticket and that's it. But then I saw like, oh, like you got to put each one into the cart, and that means you get a ticket for that one Kendama, or then you want a ticket for this one Kendama. So that was different. That was all done on Kendama Sense's website over in Amsterdam. They are focusing and I guess doing all, I guess, the paperwork, the money stuff, the transactions on there. So does that mean Kendama Sense is in charge of the Kendama Handturners Collective? I'm not so sure. Maybe there needs to be a few phone calls, long distance phone calls made, so just we can see who is the mastermind behind it, or maybe they want to keep it secret. I don't know, but we got to wait another week to see who the winner is. So I'm itching to see who's going to be taking that one way. So that's another tick in the points list of why this year is the year of Europe. And going over to another announcement that I don't think, it wasn't made during the EKC. Maybe some people were talking about it, knew about it, or maybe it was, I'm not so sure. But hey, recently on the YouTube, Chrome's YouTube channel Toto has been officially knighted or joined in as a Chromie. So if you guys didn't know, which actually I didn't know, like I saw Toto in the Kendama, in the Chrome Kendama Euro tour, the movie that they had, right? Dope movie. If you didn't know, again, go to YouTube, watch the whole thing. You can watch them in different episodes that are about like 12 minutes each, or just watch the full movie because they just put it all together in one solid film and it's like 40-minute watch. Beautifully done. Amazing. Love it. But yeah, full edit now out on YouTube, and it's about like 5 minutes, 6 minutes almost. Great pacing. You got drone, like the cinematography is really awesome as well. Done really, really awesome. And again, as I was saying, I saw Toto a lot, and they did a lot of tours of Crom leading up to, what was that? EKC last year? Or just was that EKC last year? Or is it Baguette? No. What was that? France? Tio was a part of it, no? What, you guys remember what I'm talking about? When Bonds and D Westy went over to Europe, and it was like a leading up to. So they were going one way, but then they also had the Chrome EU homies going and doing a tour, and they came together at the final point, at this final event. Was it EKC? Any case. Go back and watch in the video, you can know, and you can let me know. But in any case, so Toto was in that a lot. That was 2021 summer, yeah. Okay. Boston coming in clutch. So Toto was a big part of that. I saw him a lot, and I'm like, who's this guy? And people were sharing, and I saw him being focused in on the Chrome Kendama Instagram page as well, account. And I was like, this dude rips. He's repping Chrome. Everyone's repping Chrome. But I just thought right there, like, yeah, he's really good. He is a Chromie. But there was just no specific announcement, because I feel like there's a lot of brands out there that are like, not secretively, but just have people who have been repping their brand for so long, they're connected with, they're friends with, and they're like, yeah, pretty much we support you, not at 100% level, but it's like, yeah, you're a part of us in a way. Like Jay Kress is a beautiful example, because he's been for such a long time, like, I don't know, like 2008 or something, when I saw him in Japan. He's just with the Sweets crew, like the whole time. And so I thought Johnny was just a part of him. Like they were saying, like, yeah, Johnny's like Sweets, but he was never official. But hey, now he's not only official, he went pro really quickly. And so maybe there's a few other players that we don't know about. Maybe you do, if they're close in your circles, who are kind of sponsored or might be in the midst of being sponsored or announced on different brands and stuff. So Toto YouTube channel, go check it out. Don't watch the vertical monstrosity. The edit is not a monstrosity, just watching it vertical, because it's like, come on, watching a drone shot vertical makes no sense. Get wide. And I don't like how Instagram stopped going to the widescreen version. You cannot, like, before you could watch a reel and then flip it horizontal and it would stretch it and it would work, it'd resize itself to what it should be, but it doesn't do that anymore. Shits. Okay, so those are the points of why, yeah, this year is the year of Europe. And I think there might just be more and more and more stuff that will be coming up in the future, solidifying 2023 as the Euro year. Hey, keeping with the Euro flow, new stuff coming out. Kendama is always bringing out some new stuff, and they've been focusing in on a lot of these spectroplies, doing some nice galaxy work with whoever's designing that. Kendama out of Latvia. And why I wanted to feature them is, they have different types of paint recently that have been coming out, the Friction Killer. And the one interesting thing that I've heard about, I've never tried any of their Kendamas, but the interesting thing is the spectroplies, all right? We all know spectroplies as being, it could be a little brittle. You want to be careful, because they can just split on you if you drop them, even in the softest way. In my experience, it just slipped out of my finger hands, and it fell on the ground, and big cup was split. Luckily, the splits are fairly clean, so if you got some super glue, you still have the piece, and you can just put it right back together. You don't even know. So hey, But they do something special where there's like a micro coating. I don't even know. It's like, they're like guitar strings. They're like elixir guitar strings. The Ken is a 0-1-up shape made by 0-1-up. Oh, hey. Stealing or still using it's a Soul, but it's a 1-up? 0-1-up? Is 1-up Soul? I thought Soul was maybe, I guess there's no like trademark on those names. Still small brands, but in any case, shape made of ecologically dyed European beech veneer. That's good. Nano coated. N-A-N exclamation point O coated. And if you look at it, yeah, the colors pop tremendously. If you have any kinds of kendamas, for me, I definitely like beautiful Kens. The aesthetic of it. There's a few people who are just out there for the sessions. There's a few people who just buy and they collect. For me, there's a lot of times where I'll get especially exotic woods, and then I just go and I just get some like just olive oil, guys, just simple stuff. Dab a little in some paper towels and then just make that shit shine, and it looks beautiful, immaculate. I really, really do dig and do that with all of my setups. When there's a type of wood that I want to pop, like ash, no, beech, no, like all the generic brownish tan khaki colors of a kendama, which is what we got up here. Don't do that because there's no point. It just gets yellow. It's kind of gross. But here, this is what the nano coat does. It not only does it give it pop and that shine almost like conditioner, but it seems like similar to conditioner, which I haven't tried personally, says it will also protect it a little bit. So I'm not sure what kind of protection, how much protection. Is it like getting shot with a tin can on, or getting shot with like a bulletproof vest on? All right. What type of bullet are we throwing at it? Questions that we don't have answers for. Maybe I should, again, do some long distance calling, but that's another thing that's out there, and it says limited supply. So if you're interested in it, hey, seems like a good bet to get something that can last a while, especially outside in a few drops, if you like that awesome Spectraply look. Another thing, Kendama France, Perspective Kendamas PK. Okay, so from Spain, Perspective Kendamas, if you guys didn't know, he makes these tiny pieces called the chess, a chess piece. Or what are they called, PK? The chests, medium chests, like the game chess, okay? Very interesting shape, and he's got a bunch of 3D printed mini chess shapes. So I think they're pretty small, guys. If you go follow him, he has like a few pictures of size comparisons, and I think it's about that small. There's a kendama over there. I don't have any. Maybe. What's this? How's this Pokemon one? Pokemon one is a little bigger. I feel like it might be like that big. Okay. So interesting. If you wanted a 3D printed kendama, I think I saw like a shot of like, who was that? Like Nobu hitting like a 3-turn stilt on it or something. I don't know. Seems crazy, but really fun because, hey, it's 3D printed. That means you can take it anywhere, like in the water and stuff. Don't be scared about that. Put it in your pocket because it's so tiny, and maybe play chess if you get enough pieces. So those are up and available, and 12 centimeters for all non-American people. 12 centimeters, you know what that is. I don't know how to translate that in English. Do they have? No. So it's made out of resin. There's a mini bearing in there as well, and there's a base cup hole. Okay. Only a few left. No, not only a few left. They're very limited. Yeah, because I believe he prints just one per design, okay? And that's it. So you go through, you check out what he's got, and he does this really cool thing in the 3D print where he designs it so it looks like it's like almost like it's wood laid on top of each other. It's not just like a solid, like smooth finish. Utilizing the rough edges that the 3D printer does, because if you've ever had a 3D printed can, there's like little lines in it where the resin is like printed on itself, right? And it like you can't see it, you can feel it, and there's no way of getting around it because you don't want to smooth the whole thing down. That'd be way too much work. But Perspective utilizes that and makes it look like wood. So the first time I saw it, I was like, is that wood or is that... I see a lot of 3D printed stuff, but I'm like, but is that one wood or is that one 3D printed? Hey, they're 3D printed. So yeah, print only one of each. So go to Kendama France's website, I believe, because I don't think Perspective has his own website to pick up. Look at this craziness. Look at this craziness. Go over there to pick one up if you like. And hey, shipping shouldn't be that much because it's really lightweight. It's made out of resin. It's not heavy. Bop, bop. What else we got? Okay, I think that's it for Europe. Kind of connected to Europe. Chrome's doing stuff, but actually, hey, an event that's happening in Pittsburgh, because guess who's still a part of Chrome? That's right. Brian Skagline is in it and very excited to continue pushing stuff for Chrome Kendama, and I'm excited too. He's put a lot of his personality into it, and it's really great to see. It's a good fit. So Chrome Kendama having events June 17th, Saturday, 12 to 4 p.m., Kendama Jam. Go hang out. Play Kendama. Oh, is this another one? Kendama Jam, is this the same day? June 17th, okay, just a different flyer. At the Star Mine Shop. Play Kendama, Pittsburgh, if you're in the area. All right. So we're coming over to North America now, everyone. Coming over to North America, what's happening? We have, yes, this Chrome event that's happening in Portland. We have, ooh, hey, Seoul's got new merch, new goods, new apparel coming out of Seoul. Kendama is designed by Kelvin Wong, seems like. All right, it's coming to post and shared between Kelvin and Seoul. We have a Seoul hat right there. It just says Kendama on in Seoul in Japanese. On the hat, we got Seoul Kendama's ransom style t-shirt. It's already been worn, been through the wash a few times. That gives a good aesthetic because it's supposed to be, you know, like ransomy. Okay. We have we're worldwide connected with all types of people. So we do sign language too. Here's Seoul in sign language. And then, what is this, a sweater? 2 sweaters? Is this a shirt? I didn't check out the website, but just from the pictures. So you got the Seoul Kendama in, again, Japanese. Looks like a chest print, pocket chest print. And then, hey, little inspiration from Jake Weens' lunar mods, the lunar cycles, phases of the moon, but it's with the soul. So I guess it's like a solar eclipse version. Hey, cool. I like it. I dig. Jumping over to Washington, 365. Pat Woods, 365, baby. He says, new team member on 365. They just, they got Schneebs on there, and now they got Pat on there. 2 new players jumping in, being a part of 365. They're creating and growing their team little by little. These 2 announcements have been pretty close to one another. So it's dope to see, hey, new people coming in. What is he playing? He's playing like was he playing like a Lotus, Dama? Patrick Riddle. Stoked to announce Pat Woods, veteran of the game, still bringing innovation. And he is a part of the squad. And yeah, another reason to go to YouTube, because he's got a full edit out over on YouTube. So go check it out. YouTube is where it's, come on. You guys are over on YouTube. Some people on Twitch, some people are just on the phones and stuff. Go to YouTube, go out, get an actual computer, and this YouTube, whack. It doesn't do it justice, because there's so much energy and effort put into creating a nice visual experience as well as sound. Speaker's gonna suck here. Don't care what kind of headphones you got. It's gonna be better when you're listening into like an open room environment. Watch it full screen, because maybe, or actually, I don't know, maybe it depends on how your monitors are. This one might be a better look, but it's still so tiny. You can't see what it's like. It's really important to put it on YouTube. And even here we go in the chat, Daddy Lynch saying, YouTube on the TV is where it's at. Yeah, get that if you have a smart TV, or if you have any kind of like next gen gaming system, it probably's got YouTube on there. Connect that shit over to your TV and enjoy. The only downside is I think it's kind of difficult to like interact, like leave likes or maybe chat comments on YouTube for those things. But any case, things can look sharp on the phone. Yes, granted, you got your whatever type of retina displays and anything else out there, but it's still it's not. Is it fun? Is it fun to watch a movie on this tiny screen, or is it fun to watch a movie big? People are always talking about, hey, it would be great to like rent out a movie theater so we can all just play like Mario Kart, and everyone's like, yeah, on this massive theater. No one says, hey, let's get together on this like super dope, crispy ass, tiny rectangle and we could play together. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'll quick with that rant. Next thing over in North America. Hey, you guys like art? I'm definitely a big fan of art. I do some myself. I do some dabbling, working on some interesting stuff right now. Ingro_MJ. It's just my normal personal profile. I guess personal Kendama profile. Switch backwards. But hey, Inky Cat has been painting Damas for 2 years. I don't know if it's been 2 years since I saw her post and I talked about it here on the weekly Dama news, but she's been in it 2 years now and she's doing a little giveaway. So if you were a fan of her work and maybe didn't pick up a piece or you want to just support her, maybe you can join the giveaway. You don't actually have to do anything. All it is the usual. Follow, like the post, and share if you want. So you're not getting any extra points, but hey, share if you want. Tag your besties. Doesn't say specifically, so leaving it up to you. That's nice, but the whole tagging thing, you guys know how I feel about that. And then tell me your favorite cryptid. This is one I was not sure of. I'm like, what is that? Can I have someone help me? A cryptid? Like Tales from the Crypt? Tid? Is this a new one? I know E-Tid for any, heavy hardcore fans out there, but I don't know what a cryptid is. Anyone can win in US or Canada. Oh, damn. I didn't know that part until just now. So sorry for anyone in Japan or outside of the US, North America. Only going in North America. International shipping can be expensive, but hey, this is what we got to deal with. If you're living international, it's cool until you want to buy something or send something. But hey, that's how it is. So cryptid, did anyone try to explain it to me? So from what I understand, because I went and checked out in the comments and people were saying like, oh, they like this, like vampires. I like zombies. I like, I don't know, monsters. It seems like it's just monsters, mythical monsters. Cryptids are mythical, spooky creatures in short. Okay. They are mythical, spooky creatures in shorts. Are they like Bahama shorts? Do they have to have Hawaiian shirts with it? Or like a straw hat? A pina colada in a coconut kind of jam? So there you go. So that's what a cryptid is. So now you know, because at first I was like, oh, maybe, you can enter this contest. But then if you get to the number 4 rule where you tell me your favorite cryptid, I'll be like, I don't know. I can't join because I don't know what the hell a cryptid is. But I guess we all have the magic of these rectangles and the internet, so we could probably go on quickly and figure out what a cryptid is. So that's what's happening. She just joined. Here it is, Inky Cat herself. Yeah, so go support. It's cool. And what you get is a few different things. Custom painted Tama, and you get to choose what the paint, the design is, and a paint your own Tama pack. This is really cool. You get a blank Tama with Ken, just Tama, paints, brushes, Posca, paint markers, and a set of Micron pens. Hey, that's where I'm getting excited. That's the point where I'm like, oh, I need a few Micron pens. You can never have enough Micron pens. So if you're an artist out there, not only will you get a Kendama if you win, but you get some art supplies too. And if you are someone who is not into art, this might be, a little spark to give it a try. Do something fun, maybe outside of your realm, get creative. It's always a good thing. So you get that and assorted treats and surprises, something to snack and munch on while you play and paint. Who knows what that's going to be? Gummies? We don't know. So that's what else is happening. Okay. So that's a giveaway. And I think it's finishing in like 2 days or something, right? So go over and be a part of that. Tell her what your favorite cryptid, what your favorite mythical beast in shorts is. Where was it? So we got that. Oh, okay. Sweets Kendama's ISR. We were talking about, Ole getting his Doctor mod, and we see an ISR collab coming with Sweetsy on the G spot shape and their classic Rhino Clear. Their Tetra, I think it was a Tetra pattern design with extra flair, got pink. I thought it was like a purple, and it makes sense, the old school purple and green colorways of Sweets, but I guess it was pink, which sold out. I'm not sure if the green is still there, but $80. And that was something I quickly saw, I think on Facebook, people complaining about the $80 thing. There's plenty of Kendamas out there that go for like different types of prices. And the thing is, like, there's people who complain about it, but at the same time, they're selling out. So I'm not sure what good any of the complaining does. If you don't like the price, that's fine. Pass. There's no reason to spit venom anywhere, you know? So if you were lucky enough to pick up a pink and you were digging the shape, digging, you know, the different patterns, because this is something that is super exclusive to just this drop, you know? There's specific designs that Kendama ISR has that they on their Kendamas that is now on the sweets on a G-spot shape. And then here we also have the Rhino Clear Tamas, you know, specially made just for sweets, different colorways that they probably won't do in the future. So if you're really attracted to this thing, now's your time. $80. Toto's Chromie. Toto is also, yeah, a band from the 80s, and it's also a toilet brand company here in Japan. I believe that's all I got, guys and gals. Oh no, last one. Accounts to check out. Kendama Gallery. The homie over in Japan. Dude, I met him such a long time ago when Kendama was just popping off in like 2012 here in Japan, and I was learning and getting into the scene in Tokyo. And this dude had a wild knowledge of Kendamas. He's been a part of the JKA for such a long time, and it is awesome to see that he is finally putting to good use, sharing the knowledge and showing off his collection, because this dude had, like, Roush has a collection, but this dude, it's like 10 times the Roush collection, okay? And it's such a historical thing because he has so many old school Japanese made Kendamas, the whole lore, the history, know your roots. So go follow this page, Kendama_gallery, okay? And all it is, it's just nice shots of all of his collection, and each of them he gives you a little like summary of history of that Kendama. Not too much, but sometimes there's good information. You know, here's the Mac ball that Sweets focused in and talked about. They even had like a YouTube channel video about it. So there's the little blurb right there, and if you guys go, you can go down here to translate, right? Yeah, see translation. So you can translate all of these, I'm sure, on your phones. So even though it's in Japanese, you can still get a little information on all of these. So definitely go check it out, okay? These are super, super dope. Amazing Kendamas. Even a few that I was like, oh, damn, wait a second. I was like, wait a second. I was like, I got that one. I got that one. I didn't know, I didn't have any information about it, but I did pick it up, and now I know some more information. This is the SK16. It is a 16 centimeter Kendama. Full cherry blossom tree, made in the 70s, 1970, from some company. It has this S shape. What else? Oh, wait. And then there is a smaller version. There's a bigger one, the SK18, and there's a smaller SK8 and SK30, which is a big version because each number is significant to how big they were in centimeters. So awesome. We got information. Is it just me that's nerdy and getting excited about that? Because that's awesome to see. It's like going to the Sweets Museum, but you don't got to go there. You can just scroll and check it out. Dope. Get nerdy. All right, everyone. And that is it. That's all my posts, yeah, for this week's weekly Dama News. Thanks for joining me. And now it's time to talk with you guys a little more and get interactive. Question and answer time. We got 3 questions banked right here. If you have a question you want to ask me, yeah, use the question tool and I'll be answering them right here. Exactly, Stacy, nerds. Okay. T Daddy Lynch coming in, heavily thinking of possibly starting a jam, but it's just me. Where would I begin? Where would you begin? You guys know that movie? Field of Dreams, was it? Kevin Costner, was it? You know, make it and they will come. So you just got to do it. You just got to set it up. Biggest thing you can do is, it's very important, is to announce it, talk about it. Other things that you can do is like of course, like online, let people know in your area where you're going to be doing it. I think Kendama Depot on their website, I think it was on their website, they made like a tag, a Google like geo-tagging type shit where you can see where other Kendama players are around you. So if you do see that there are players around you, maybe, go there, check it out and see those players, reach out to them, be like, hey, I'm going to be doing a jam. Would you be interested? All right. That type of stuff, not a space jam. I mean, you need a space to jam. So I guess it is a space jam in some ways. Yes, Boston coming in. Yeah. Sweets is just on their story posted that they're asking people if you have an event coming in within the week, let them know about it. So, hey, even these jams are good. It doesn't have to be like an event like prizes and stuff. I think jams are even good to let Sweets know about because I'm sure they're definitely going to share that. And Sweets has a massive audience. So that's another way. You just got to advertise as much as possible before so that oh shit, ran out and my throat's been acting a little funky and I just ran out of my my beverages. Sweets has a massive audience, great reach, and they'll be definitely willing to share. So you got to advertise before it happens if you want a successful jam. If nobody knows about it, nobody's going to come. You can have the best type of product, but if you don't have a good location, no one's going to go. So this is one of the big things you want to be focusing in on, T Daddy Lynch. Let people know about it. Figure out if there's people around in your area who can also share the information about it. And then hold the event and then just keep on doing it. Other things you can try to do is like, see if there's like, I don't know, like a craft fair or a, what else would it be? Like some sort of markets that happen in your area and see if you can get a booth just to like share Kendama. Damn. Just to like show people what it's about. And then there, maybe you could connect to people and say, hey, we do these jams every week or something, or the next jam is blah, blah, blah. And then that can give a little momentum for the whole thing, That's it. Oh, we're getting a bunch of information right here. Other people helping out in the chat. Hold the jam in a place where random people can stumble across you, or you can maybe hit them with a kendama in the face and start from there. Yeah. Public parks are great. Be welcoming. Have maybe a sign. Be like, hey, you want to try a Japanese kendama, a Japanese skill toy? People will be a part of it. Get into it. Hope that helps. From Boston. Speaking of Crom, after that blue announcement post, what do we know who is currently running it? We don't know. All we know that Skags is still in there. We know that all the sponsored players are still about it. Dama Fred, we knew, was a part of the Crom team. Not sure if he is still, because even when he was working for Crom, he wasn't like really talking about it as much. You never really saw pictures of him like in the HQ where you saw it years ago when they still had an HQ, like Rolf in there and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly who is still holding the torch for Crom, but we do know that it is still, it's a group of the employees that were a part of Crom. And I know that, and even in the Dominators episode where we talked to Talkiel, he mentioned, I think it's like a handful of people, like 5 people or something. So the last post, the blue post, talking about it's a few of them connected. Crom is supposed to be it will continue to be a player-owned brand. So, and I believe the staff are the people who came together. I'm not sure about if any of the Crom players invested in it as well and came together to buy the brand. But those are the people that are in it and still holding the torch and keeping it going. Again, the only person I know specifically is Skags. But it's not just Skags. I know that. There's a little extra information on that one. And oh man, did you guys, awesome how they've been like, promoting other things of their latency of being not posting anywhere, like that little beep, they flatlined. That was my favorite. Good job, whoever did that. Flatline back to living, so good. Started Stacy coming in with a question. How do you feel about the Bjorn epic video? It's been a daily watch in our house. Oh, I never turned this on. It was very Bjorn. I've never met the man, but I've seen plenty of videos of him. Seen him do his stand-up comedy. And it seems like, yeah, it fits very hand in hand from his personality and stuff. Musically wise, it's not my cup of tea in the least. So it was a fun single watch, but I will doubt that I will watch it again. But I feel like it can be epic to some people. For some, it might be a very surprising kind of video. I think it's epic because it's not your traditional video. It's long. I was like, damn, he's just going into, now he's rapping, but then it comes back around to that first, like the piano, somber kind of pro ballad. So it is really cool how he just took Kendama and what a pro announcement would be and just flipped it on itself and presented it to the world. So hats off to that. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's epic in its own way. Yeah. All right. Let's check out our next one. Andy Dama, hey MJ, do you know where I can get a TK16? That was my first Kendama and I left in my country. Oh, okay. So where can you get a TK16? Man, I don't know. I know that Kendama USA on their website in the US, I'm not sure where you are now, Andy, but Kendama USA had Ozuras for a long time. I think TK6, I'm not sure if they're not making Kendamas anymore. Yeah, they're not making Kendamas. The brand that was making the company has stopped production. So even here in Japan, there might be a few stragglers left that are out in the shops collecting dust. But it might be a hard time. I'm sure just, Googling up the Google magician and asking, TK16 Kendama, and see what's out there. You might be able to find one like, I don't know, like Latvia or something, or like a tiny toy store in Hawaii, and you're going to have to pay some for shipping to get it out to you. But that might be the way to go about it in the US. Yeah, no more TKs, dude. They stopped, when was that? Like 2017, I want to say. They stopped making TK. So there is a different brand, a different company that is making something similar to a TK, but it's a little different. It's not called a TK, so you won't be able to find it. But again, it's pretty much just like an Ozora, and it's just a little more like cheaply made. They don't pay attention so much. So, and those I can find in Japan. What was it? Gloken made a few like Gloken TKs when TK went out of production, and they kind of kept it rolling for a little bit, but then stopped quickly. And yeah, dude, and dudettes. Yeah, TK16, hard to find. Not sure if you'll be able to find one, but again, use the Google. If you come to Japan, even it might be hard to find. You might have to go on a search a little bit. So that might be your best bet. Or try to see if there's anyone like, I don't know, wanting to trade. If you want to go to the Facebook Kendama community, maybe. TK16. I still got a few Kens in my Ken collection. Just collecting dust as well, but no Tamas. T-Daddy with another one. Hair or stash has to go. What are you choosing? Neither. I hate those questions. I mean, why do I have to choose? Who's holding gun to my head? Which one would go? But no, probably the stash, because it will grow back a lot faster than the hair. So I'd go with the stash. Questions. Bam, that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys and gals. Yep, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. That was weekly Dama News. I'm here every week. Sometimes the days may shift a little bit, but yeah, here live every week. Thanks for everyone who joins here so we can do a little chat. It's really awesome to be a part of it because, again, weekly Dama news, yeah, I might collect all of the information, but I'm not the one that is like the law or anything. There's a lot of stuff that I might miss. So it's awesome to see everyone, helping me out or correcting me here in the chat. There is the weekly Dama news over on podcast. So go search that, leave a review, listen to that. This will be going up hopefully maybe even tonight if I'm quick about it, or later on in the week, as well as this is all getting copy and pasted and put up on YouTube. So under not the Kendertainment YouTube channel, but the weekly Dama news one. So go subscribe there and you'll be able to scrub through and see like different points a lot easier, especially if you're someone who's joining right now. You missed the first half instead of watching on Instagram because you can't scroll through anywhere. You just have to watch from the beginning and then go. It's such a pain in the butt. Go to YouTube, watch it there, enjoy. Every week we're doing this, so happy that you guys are here for another one. That's it. Weekly Dama news. See you all next week. Keep it clean.